with your racing team in racing alumni is in position 10. Tibor in position 15. It's okay.
Oh, bad start by the orange car, but
I think the orange, the red one there in the front is
Markus
Fleischberger.
Fleischberger, yeah.
Yeah, that is
Tim is
now.
the silver
there
one.
was a spin by...
So how much would the whole lineup cost, guys? So we have here 21 cars of Neveras. How many millions are we talking about?
Most expensive.
Race ever, and this rack that I see here, it costs Elsa because Elsa costs lots of millions.
Yeah, Luna Day and Bleshy.
Yeah, but it's a Gnus from Ljubljana, from Maribor. I think it's directly behind Markus Fleischberger.
Yeah,
Adam
there's a lot
Pinches
of
was able
changing
to, was able to pull out with 2 seconds in the front and don't giving the toe, but because in this long straight, at that speed there will be an impressive toe. Look here, the
Tibor improving pretty strongly.
He made it to the top 10. So
Just keep out of trouble. What is Tim doing on the last place? What happened there? He was 4th place before, and now he's on the last one. Maybe some problems, or he had an early start. Maybe he started from pit. But yeah,
can be.
But Markus Fleischberger and P. Gnus, they're all like really close together. So I'm pretty sure they're going to. There's going to be some change in the front of the grid.
Marcus, Marco, what do you think it's the most in a real race in Grobnik? What will be for the powertrain the most challenging part to decide to let the car race in that on that track?
It's so fast.
That's a very tricky question, Vincenzo. I think in general, when we talk about EV cars versus combustion car, at the end of the day is the balance between the performance of the powertrain, so the power and torque profile of the powertrain, versus the weight. Depending on different type of cars, you can privilege mass over engine power and performance, or the other way around. We as Bugatti Rimac, in our brand, in the name and in the DNA of our brand, we tend to give a little bit more importance to the absolute number in terms of performance and absolute power. Of course, this is a compromise on mass. You take, for example, our Chiron is a 2 tons vehicle, despite having 1600 horsepower, and the Nevera is more than 2,300 kilograms in the end, despite being a 2,000 horsepower vehicle. So it's always about the balance between these two factors.
Yeah, I think that for the tires, such a heavy number, so lots of power and lots of weight, it's not easy to handle for the tires, right?
Exactly. This is one of the biggest limitations for us. You take the Tourbillon as an example. We have so much torque and power available, both on the front and the rear wheels. The rear wheels in particular, we are unable to put everything on the tarmac below roughly 250 kilometers per hour. So in other words, until 250, we are traction limited.
wow, this is incredible. You know, it means that you can spin the tires basically until 250
That
kilometers
is
per
just
hour.
crazy.
Exactly. That's of course mostly because powertrain guys did a better job than chassis guys.
Yes.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
We always make this kind of joke with Pino because, and now he's not here, so we can still make even better jokes. But we have a Pleshberger with the red Nevera following Luna Day, Jacopo Luna Day, of another Unibeer, so Bologna driver. He is a very, very good driver. He drove against Valentino Rossi in karting, and yes, they are two good tries. But you know, Marcus has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
He will not go for too aggressive moves, but he also do not want to go to finish P3. Now he decided to use the car as a lawnmower, very expensive. Where something? I think that something happens with the car of Marcus.
Yeah, I think so as well. He's going. I think he got disconnected or something like that. It seems like he just drove straight into the barriers.
Yeah,
can happen sometimes.
Tim Sherrington is in position 14. I would say he is much faster than the car in front of him, but it's complicated. And here is Paco Vazio. Paco Vazio is the great team leader of Gadesh, or whatever it's called. Gades.
They're still correcting you in chat. No worries.
The team leader that brought this team to the overall victories. Hey, here is Marcus decided to park the car. I don't know what's happening with Marcus. While Paco Vazio is in sixth position. So Paco is Spanish for Francisco, and is in the sixth position. But with the guy in P4, Moritz Sachsenheimer from High Speed
Karlsruhe,
in fourth position. There have been lots of changes because, as far as I know, the car really destroyed the tires, and so it's really difficult to manage the tires and to drive consistently with this car until the end, which, as we heard from Marcus, is something that may happen if you are not careful, because you have so much power that you can easily overdrive the tires.
Yeah, so
guys,
how much
before the Oh, sorry.
Please do.
I just wanted to say before the final showdown here, I wanted to take a couple of minutes to share with all of you guys the achievement that Marco did no longer than 10 days ago. As you know, he followed the Italtrans Moto2 racing team, and he's now officially world champion of the category with Diogo Moreira. Marco, would you like to tell us more about that? A couple of words about the emotions you felt. How was it?
Yeah.
It's not common to speak with the world champion, honestly.
Thanks for highlighting this. It was one of the biggest emotions of my life, if not the biggest one. I can tell you a couple of numbers. So in the MotoGP paddock, including Moto2 and Moto3, there are roughly 1,300 people. Some of them have been working in MotoGP for more than 30 years. And majority of the people have never won a world championship or even a single race. And for me, the first year in Moto2, supporting the Italtrans team and winning a championship, considering how everything started, so we knew we could fight with Diogo for the world championship. We won the Rookie of the Year last year, but based on how the first 5-6 races went, we didn't think we could really fight for the championship until the end. we recovered like 90 points from Manu Gonzalez in the last 10 races. And having seen from behind the scenes what Diogo is capable to do is really impressive. So every time we went into Q2, every time we went into the race and we checked the telemetries, he was inventing something new to make the difference. Moto2, the difference between the bikes is very, very limited. It's a category that was born to select as a filter the best riders for MotoGP. And I can tell you that Diogo demonstrated to be the number one. And next year with the Honda official in MotoGP, I think we're gonna enjoy.
Great to hear. That's really great stuff.
I would just want to add one thing. Marco went to Italtrans because he was driving or co-driving with the truck with the owner of the Italtrans company, maybe at Dakar. Maybe you can also tell just 2 words about your experience in the Dakar rally last year and the year before.
Yeah. So Italtrans is, for those who don't know the company, is the biggest transportation company in Italy. They have more than 1,000 trucks and they are mainly focused on logistics, but the ownership, the family, is very passionate about motorsport, and they have a motorsport division divided into 2 main groups, a rally raid division, and they are racing with one of the owners, Claudio Bellina, with the official Iveco Power Star truck at the Dakar Rally. And as we said, the other division, they have a team in Moto2, and we won the World Championship. And 2 years ago, they called me as a co-driver because Claudio was looking for an experienced co-driver. And we basically raced together 2 years ago, and we concluded the race in P7 overall in truck category, which is impressive because the first 5-10 drivers are professional drivers. In our case, we don't do this as a full-time job, so we do this as a kind of a private team, even if the truck is the official one. So it was a super positive result. And then last year, so basically this year in 2025, we were very lucky to have the chance to race together with Danilo Petrucci. So we shared the cockpit, myself, Claudio, and Danilo. Danilo is one of the most incredible persons I've met in my life, as a rider, as a driver, and as a person. Unfortunately, the race didn't go well. We had an accident, but it's part of the game. You know that sometimes this can happen, and we're gonna try to have a good result next year in the truck category.
Yeah, incredible experience. This is what Marco, just to conclude, he's the president of the engineering design jury at Formazione Alpe Adria, and just to give you an impression of the judge that we have. I mean, a guy that is world champion in Moto2, raced the Dakar, develop a V16 engine with 1,000 horsepower, and this is the kind of people which evaluate your student if you come at Formazione Alpe Adria this summer. Now we are, I think, with the race is close to finished. We have in first position Jacopo Lunadei from Unibeer. That it makes 121. Maybe he's struggling with the tires and also with the back markers at this moment. Gnus from Slovenia in second position, and Sachsenheimer from Karlsruhe in third, and in P4 Adam Pinches. Semprini, that were previously leading, is now in P5. Örengül, I think Örengül, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, is from ETU Racing alumni from Istanbul. And then we have Alvaro Torres Garcia from Aros, and the second ETU driver in 8th position. So wow, there's the fight actually for the P1 between Luna de Gnus and Luna Day.
Oh my god!
They finished tires, but what a nice pass! This was a pass for the victory most probably. Luna Day will have still one lap to go, but now is in the chase position. He arrived in the Zagreska corner with the car moving a lot. Now he goes really from the inside. He taking all the
he has more speed. He has more speed. He has more speed.
Yes. Yeah.
if they would have been a little bit slower, they would have made the race like that. But yeah.
Yes, it was. But it was not the finish lap.
It was not. It was not.
No,
that's why. If they would have been 10 seconds slower, they would have finished the race like this. But yeah.
Yes. Okay. I think that Jacopo just risked everything to make the win. But now it's Sachsenheimer that he has the opportunity to go for the pass, and he does it. Yes, Sachsenheimer with finished tires.
I'm not sure if Gnus knows that the race is still not finished.
It can be that, but probably they have problem with the tires. I don't know.
Think as well. So guys, the tires themselves, like how much does a whole set cost again?
Well, for the Bugatti, I would say 4 digits are not enough. So yes, it's quite an expensive, let me say, piece of maintenance. It's not, the winter stuff I have on my Volvo. It's more
Sachsenheimer with the high-speed Karlsruhe, the best team of Karlsruhe, won the race with a wonderful overtake on the last corner over Gnus.